a bheith seo live ar maidin. Irish women and Irish men, it is for me, a Republican from Derry, the greatest honour to deliver this oration here today at the very place where Patrick Pearse declared the birth of the Irish Republic on this day 100 years ago. On that day, a small group of men and women took on the might of the British Empire and struck a blow for freedom that would reverberate across the globe and down through the generations. We are here 100 years on to honour them for the heroes and the patriots they were, and we make no apology for anyone. Each and every one of the women and men who mobilised that Easter Monday knew what their likely fate would be. But they stepped forward with a calm courage and determination that even 100 years on is totally awe-inspiring. They were workers, they were thinkers, they were poets, they were teachers, they were patriots and visionaries. They were Republicans and Socialists who saw all around them in the tenement slums of Dublin the deeply destructive effects of British rule. And they decided to act, not in their own self-interest, but in the interests of the Irish people and the future generations. Our pride in them knows no bounds. We salute their audacity. We salute their bravery. We salute their vision of a free, sovereign and independent 32-county Irish Republic. Their mission statement was the proclamation, read for the first time at this very spot. That mission statement was far ahead of its time, offering equality, democracy and social justice when the world knew very little at that time of these concepts. The Republic that they declared that day is still to be fully realised. The completion of the struggle, which began in this spot 100 years ago, remains the most urgent work facing this generation of Irish Republican activists. For Sinn Féin, the work of building a new, inclusive and progressive Ireland is a work in progress, and here today we reiterate our commitment to securing, in the words of the proclamation, the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland and to the unfettered control of Irish destinies. And the greatest fracture in securing that right remains the partition of Ireland. For 100 years, the established parties in the South not only failed to address the fracture in the Irish nation, but disgracefully, they abandoned Northern nationalists to a sordid sectarian state. Successive Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael governments in Dublin did stand idly by when repression, inequality and sectarianism was visited on Irish citizens in the north. But folks, the days of second-class citizenship are over. They are over and they are gone forever. Not because of anything that the Dublin establishment has done, but because of the sacrifice, the courage and the determination of this generation of Irish Republicans. Sinn Féin is the only political party on this island working to end that fracture in our nation and to achieving the republic set out in the proclamation. The vision of 1916 is alive and well here today, and indeed right across this island. On Friday, on my way to Dublin, I met a group of primary school children in Uri, County Down, involved in a history project which included their own version of the proclamation. They did so against the backdrop of the images of the 7 leaders of the 1916 Rising. I was delighted when they presented me with a copy of the 2016 proclamation as they saw it. And it said, "We demand that all the people of Ireland have a safe and warm home as every person deserves. Homelessness They went on, homelessness must come to an end. All families should have a nice warm meal every night. We demand that all children have the highest standard of education possible." My opinion, those primary school children have more political principle and maturity than many of our self-serving political parties. So what's the challenge for all of us in the years and months and weeks ahead? That challenge is to complete the work set in motion when Pearson Connolly, Clark and Kent, McDermott, McDonough and Joseph Mary Plunkett signed their names to that seminal document 100 years ago today. Irish Republicans are determined to deliver on the 1916 proclamation. We also need to deliver on the innocent but insightful proprieties set out in the proclamation written by those young children in 2016 in County Down. So the spirit of 1916 is as relevant and inspiring today as it was a century ago, 100 years ago. The world did gaze in deep amaze at those who stood against the might of the British Empire on the very streets of this city. We have an enormous responsibility to deliver on their optimism. Today in this place that still resonates with the bravery and vision of the rebels, we are sending a very clear message that the spirit of freedom embodied in the 1916 proclamation is alive and well in the cities, towns and villages of Ireland. So, in 2016, let us all join the rising. And the only final message is this, very, very clear. Up the rebels and up